Okay, so I wasn't expecting all of this shit right here, but I will absolutely take any login bonuses and anything that you want to fucking throw into my lap game. Absolutely. Give me it all. So, hello everybody. How's it going? On the last episode, I was confusingly telling you about a large number of things that we can obtain. Speaking of rifle T-dolls, there you go, rifle T-dolls. So we'll actually open up right by talking about rifles in a minute. Recharge to receive, excuse me? That's what I thought that was. No thank you, not right now. Maybe later, but not right now. I'm trying to make this a free-to-play thing as long as humanly possible, so... That being said, I also have to accept my own friend request as well. And possibly others. I do not know. I know that I definitely requested myself, which, by the way, my account name was actually Nifum. Wasn't anything, had nothing to do with that whatsoever. So, that's my main account right there, Nifum. So, which is muffin backwards, by the way, if you did not know. I don't think I have anything in here either, but I just want to check it regardless because it wasn't showing me anything last time. Where the fuck was I last time? Event? Yeah, right there. This is to purchase thingies. I do not want to purchase any quick repair contracts, no thank you. I'm all set with that. I appreciate it, but no. And then I think the first time that you ever recharge your account, you get a free foul. Which I will not be doing right now. I would like the T-Doll production contracts, though. But, that's neither here nor there. Now, I'm also going to pick up my K5, because I deserve her. And we're also going to build another assault rifle, 245. I don't know what that is, but I think we're going to actually do this really quickly, because I have it. Type 63, it'll do. I don't think she's particular. I don't even really remember that well. That's that's all you need to really know about the unit, I guess. I don't even really fucking remember her, so. That being said, alright, cool. So we have that done. We have 10 different T-Dolls. We have another rifle, or AR, that we can put into the team. So I'm going to start filling in my other echelon, and I got my quest complete right there. Which is really what I care more than anything, and we also have our first 4-star pull for the login event, so that's extra fucking Commander XP that I'm definitely liking farming right there. What is in my mailbox? I can't use any of those. I'll take the 20 tokens though, fuck yeah, holy shit. Yeah, 2,000 of all resources, hell yeah. I'm alright with all of that shit. Great. Alright, cool. I have so many goodies now, and I just logged into the game after walking away. I don't even remember what the hell that I was going to talk about originally. Right, rifles. Yes, that was what I wanted to say. So, rifles. So here's the niche about these T-Dolls. They actually buff handguns in their cooldowns. They're supposed to be in the back line while you have pistols in front of them. This is a damage-focused rifle. This is actually a really good rifle. The problem with rifles that are damage-focused, though, unfortunately, is that they tend to way over-damage enemies, and they waste shots because they do over-damage. But still, damage-focused are very good rifles that you can definitely utilize in late game. She will be very useful for you to build if you need an armor-breaking rifle T-Doll later on down the line. So M14 is definitely a high recommendation. But we're going to put her into this team. I don't think I have any SMGs extra, so we're just going to bring in another AR, which is type 63, and move her into the back line. Oh boy. Fucking A. What do I do here? I guess that. Doesn't really matter too much, to be honest with you, but that's about the best that I can do. It's not gonna really matter that tremendously, so we're gonna go with that. And I shouldn't have you in logistics anymore, so I'm just gonna pull you. And apparently I have a quest complete. I don't know how, but I do. Ah, second echelon. Okay. See, it's so long ago, I don't even fucking remember any of these things, but we need to start working on the actual progression ladder of our game now for a little while so I can show you guys some things. And I'm going to wind up jump cutting through the most of it, to be honest with you, because it's not super entertaining. It's really not going to be super entertaining. There's a lot of drag-ass time. But this next one, 1-3, like I said, this has the PO8 in it. I'll probably come back later if PO8 is a drop in the later runs. But I think she is. This is a really easy clear, especially if you have 2 echelons. I can actually end this by just going up and then right. I think you have to end this in 2 turns, do you not? No, 4 turns and eliminate 4 enemy targets. I want to make this perfectly clear as well, guys. You only need the S rank, or the gold medal, I think, for getting diamonds or gems. I don't think you need to do the silver medal, but if you want to auto-run the stage, then do the silver medal. I think that is an important distinction to make here. Because I was saying that you need to do all of them to get gems, but I don't think you do from the silver medal. That being said, though, let me do this. Summon this echelon, resupply them, end the turn, and we'll move on from there. So I'll skip until the first battle that I wind up doing with my rifle echelon, because that's mildly important. Okay, so here's the first thing that we're going to wind up seeing with M14. The reason why I want to show you guys this, whether or not it will show you, is because rifles actually behave differently than a lot of other T-Dolls. She will prioritize firing at enemies in the back line rather than the front line. And that's how all rifles work. They will prioritize taking out any enemies that linger behind the enemy front line. Which is a little important to know if you're going to build like a hybrid team where you want a rifle on your team for certain niche circumstances later on down the line. It's just a good mechanic to keep in the back of your mind. I've never fully utilized it for late game strategies, but again, it is just very good to keep in the back of your mind. I think I'm actually just going to move this echelon straight all the way around and capture it by encirclement. These things suck because they're agile. They have a lot of evasion. So, yeah. Handguns don't have the same level of accuracy as assault rifles, I believe, which is why I am missing like a motherfucker. I also haven't been enhancing anybody, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But let me move right here. We'll capture that by encirclement, and we should be able to get the silver and the gold medal in one run. Excellent. All 3 medals. And we got a new T-Doll, Spectre M4. Excellent. So we have another SMG. Good. I can put an SMG in the front line on our second echelon. Let's get on that. Spectre M4 is definitely somebody that you can rely on to hold things down. I'm actually going to swap you out for Spectre M4. And the reason being is because your tiles are absolute dog shit. That buffs damage. I'll actually put you right... Nah, you know, I could do that. It won't really matter that much, to be honest with you. Let me do this, actually. Do a really weird thing here. Crit rate to those, because it doesn't really matter for her. And then there we go. Alright, cool. I don't think I'm going to wind up getting this IDW skin. I started way too late in the month to start a login event right now. And since we have that done, we actually have a Type 64, which I believe is an SMG. Excellent. So we have a dual SMG setup. Great. Type 64 is another 2-star SMG that I actually was clearing 10 to 15k CE event stages with on my buddy's account a while ago. So that's a safe investment, Type 64. She was doing quite a good job, and she starts at 2x. So that's a good thing. What do we have here? Rate of fire? Yeah, absolutely. We'll keep that going for tiles. Now, an important thing to know is your arrangement of T-Dolls is very important, guys. Whatever that you want to level up the most should be on the far left, and whoever you want to level up the least should be on the far right. So, I highly recommend that you do that kind of an arrangement when you are building your teams. Also, whoever's on the far left is going to be your echelon commander, so, or the captain. Team captain, rather. And I'm going to level, or repair, rather, my 2 units that were dablaged in the last run, just to get the repair quest done, and to keep everybody nice and topped off, and we will be back in 4 minutes during the jump cut to do the next mission. 3, 2, 1, and we're good to go. So, if my warnings and all that other stuff, or my indications from the last episode, were not clear enough to you guys, by the way, one of the first things that you should definitely work on, absolutely, is trying to 2x all of your main T-dolls that you'll wind up using in the early game and stuff. So, this is going to be a very potent SMG for a little while right here, our Type 64. I highly recommend that you guys try to 2x as soon as humanly possible, and try to keep a duplicate, I suppose, of those T-dolls if you can manage it. But, some of these are going to be easier to get a duplicate of than others, that's for fucking sure. I want to get another Spectre M4 big time, but that is neither here nor there, and we have other things that we need to work on regardless anyway. Particularly our 1-4. Astra is another great handgun. If there are any 2 handguns that you're going to want to build for later on as well, by the way, those 2 are definitely on my list of early game handguns that work excruciatingly well. Astra is a rate of fire boosting handgun, but she's really just good for her skill. Her tiles are kind of garbage, to be perfectly honest with you, and we'll see that one later on if I wind up pulling her. That being said, what stage is this one? I'm glad I have 2 T-dolls for this. Alright. Or 2 echelons. I can't ever get words appropriate whenever that I'm trying to do anything, and it drives me nuts. I also have not been paying attention to power levels. I probably should be working on my dolls first, I feel, but I think we'll be good. Especially since our second echelon has a 2x that is the main tank. So I think we'll be especially good with that team. So first I want to take this immediately so that we can get the extra movement for the heliport, and then we're going to take that. So let me just see how well this winds up running. We have agile units, but fucking A. We have an incendiary grenade going over there, though, which is good. Now, if there's one good thing about grenades, by the way, guys, grenades do not give a fuck about accuracy. Remember that for the future. There are so many situations where that can tremendously help you out, but that's also really good for night battle, because Grenadier ARs don't give a rat's ass about your enemy's evasion or your accuracy. Wherever they land, they blow everything the fuck up. They do not give a shit about accuracy. Yeah, I think we'll be good. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, they fucking railed that team. So yeah, you're good once you get your first 2x then for the earlier ones. That was a 0 damage run. I know one of the first things I wound up doing in this game as well is I pretty much ran every run that I had access to in the early game until I unlocked every T-doll that could drop from that area. And it went a long ways for me, because every single boss stage also has a limited drop from it, or at least they call it a limited drop, but basically it's a rare drop that you will only get from that stage, so bear in mind those. Not every limited drop is super good, though. I'm just going to tell you that one right now. The Glock 18 or the Glock 17, whichever one of those Glocks is the fucking, the handgun that they give out, it is not nearly as good as you think she is. She really isn't. And which is a shame, because I actually kind of like the Glock 18, but she's really not that great. Same as the FMJ9 as well. You think that she's amazing because she's like top tier in SMGs, being evasion. She has like the highest evasion of anything in her class, but she has garbage for HP, so she's really not that great. Actually, I just want that S rank. Fuck it. We'll end the stage. I'll come back again for the silver. Definitely want to keep a copy of that 1911. So with that said, now we have pretty much everything done other than the last 2 runs. I do not remember what 1-5 is, but there's also an M9 drop on there, so that's pretty good. I don't remember MP446 being great, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. I really don't remember anything much about, like, the earlier stuff. They give you a shitload of handguns in the early game, and unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, they're really not gonna help you that much. You want to strive to get as many ARs and SMGs that you can manage to get as soon as they're available. I gotta repair poor ol' MP40, so let me go and do that before we continue. Oh boy, so these waiting repair things right here, like this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reasoning why I am giving you guys, like, the rundown of, like, this is what you want to work towards, this is why you want to do AR, SMG comps, these things are good, these things are not so good, where you should focus, why do you want more T... This is why, right here, is for this kind of stuff, so that you can continually swap out dolls. If you have also backup dolls on top of it, what I can do is I can just swap MP40 for another SMG doll. You know what I mean? While this one is being repaired, and then you can continually play the game as is. Nobody wants to be sitting at a loading screen, essentially just counting down the seconds until they're able to start playing the game again. And if you can build an efficient team to be able to do these runs and take absolutely minuscule damage, maybe a point per run, then you have extended your playtime considerably by doing so, and I highly recommend that you do that for that particular reasoning alone. But this is why I'm telling you guys not to use, like, handguns in the front row, for example, and just use a fucking SMG, or various other examples that I have given you thus far. So, nobody wants to be sitting here and just waiting until they can play their game again. But I'm going to jump cat one more time until we're in, when we get into 1-5. So, I will see you there. So before we jump straight into this one thing I do also want to bring to you guys' attention as well is when it comes to getting drops, okay? If you go into a run, you say you want to go in here, you want to get an M9, okay? What you do is you go into Combat Summary, you go to Reward, you find the M9, and you can also see check marks over the ones you own, and you click the M9. Only these 3 units have the M9 in their drop pools. You can also hold onto a unit as well, like this, and it'll show you the entire drop pool in the top right corner. Very good to know this information if you want to min-max your runs to only kill the units that matter to get the drop that you're looking for. Remember that. It will save your life someday. So you cannot get 3-star T-dolls from anything other than the units in the bottom right corner that are on the command post, on the mystery to the left, and to the top left of it. So, in other words, we're going to probably be gunning it straight down to the command post, is what my idea is here, so that we can get that delicious gold medal. So we need to kill 5 enemy targets, and we need to win within 4 turns. This is exactly 5 down on the lower level, so long as this fuckface doesn't go to the heliport to the top right, we should be good. Otherwise, it's just going to fucking complicate things. Which is very likely, by the way. Just want that to be pointed out as well. It's very likely. The way that enemies move in this game are mostly completely fucking random. Sometimes they will move in a direction that doesn't even make remote sense. They'll just do something and then it kind of fucks your entire run because they just moved somewhere really stupid. Like that, exactly. See, he went up instead of to the... And now he's going to walk around to the other side and try to cut me off. So, like, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. And we're going to win this by encirclement because fuck everybody in that general direction. Hopefully, this guy attacks my top echelon, and I can move that echelon forward and then just use this one that we're on right now to just take the command post. Because if we can do that, then I don't have to worry about going backwards to stop that guy from taking the CP. Though I don't think that it's possible for him to get the CP. I can still win in 2 turns and take my time. just makes things easier on my end, essentially. But hopefully this fuckface doesn't continue to run around on the top, is all I'm saying. I really hope that 320 unit goes back down. Good. And the other guy turned around. What do you know? He did a U-turn. Good. Oh god, they just instantly one-tapped that fucking enemy too. M14, that is. Goodbye. Oh, she missed, I think. I may remove skill cut-ins for the sake of the guide, to be honest with you guys. But I'm definitely going to be grinding the fuck out of 1-6, at least until I get 2x units, and to be able to get all the T-dolls that I need from the first chapter. I grinded the holy hell out of Chapter 2 and Chapter 1 when I was trying to get things done in this game. But the other thing as well is you guys don't want to get stuck on a chapter for too long as well, because if you continue to progress your story, you will unlock all of the story AR T-dolls. And I think you get them all by the time that you reach Chapter 4, so keep that one in mind. You want to unlock those T-dolls as soon as humanly possible, because they're going to carry you through a lot of content, like I had mentioned before. They are very powerful, and despite being very easy to obtain, again, they just are very fucking strong. And they're probably one of the best, like, rifle or rather AR T-dolls that you'll wind up obtaining for quite a long time. That's the other reasoning why they're super strong. There are not very many good AR alternatives that aren't 5 stars, and like I had mentioned about building 5 stars, just don't do it yet. Try to get duplicates of them. Try to at least get your fucking 5 stars to 3x by naturally getting duplicates of them before you start considering investing cores, or at least unlock Chapter 4 so that you can run 4-3, the emergency stage, 4-3E. That's where you can first start actually grinding your T-doll cores, but again, you're not really going to see that for quite a little ways here, so just the primary focus to bring it up for the 9,000th fucking time. Just try to get your T-dolls up in level by doing all of these really basic, simple bitch baby runs, and try to get all of your stuff. It's really the best thing that I can tell you. Just try to get them so that they are 2x and 3x, and then the later chapters will become a breeze. The other thing that I didn't mention as well is when you get your dolls to 2x and 3x, it will also increase the amount of resources that they use, their ammunition and their rations, by that exact percentage, or multiplier rather. So 2x, they'll use 2 times as many fucking resources than they were before, so do keep that one in mind when you start running some of the later content, when you want characters to carry you through things, because you don't want to completely run through getting a 5x unit as soon as humanly possible, because you'll start burning through your resources like it's going out of style. It's not a thing that you want to do. Like, take your time with it, but, like, also, it is a focus, more or less, for being able to clear other content. All I'm saying is, like, try to build yourself up in totality as you do this. Don't just focus predominantly on getting super overpowered units. It will bite you in the ass if you can't keep up all of your other resources. You need to make sure that your teams are going for logistics and so many other fucking variables. And that's why I'm trying to go from the beginning up with you guys to explain this better. Because I spent a long time in my game not really worrying about this stuff, and I just kind of went through the motions of doing regular runs and building up my arsenal. I didn't really run to endgame exactly. Combat records are really good, actually. I might want to... Do I have duplicates of any of my SMGs right now? Or at least any of my my ARs? Because I probably want to make a good boss killer team here. I got a duplicate Spectre M4. That is good. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use those combat records on Spectre M4. And then I'm going to turn Spectre M4 into a 2X. That's what I'm going to do. 2 combat records is enough, by the way, to go from level 1 to level 10. So, just as a side note for you. 2 combat records is more than enough to be able to get them all the way up to where you need them to go. So now they're going to tell me about the dummy linking process. So you go ahead, you pick Spectre M4, and what you... I don't want to use T-Doll cores, damn it! They're going to make me use a fucking T-Doll core? Are you serious, man? Alright, fine, whatever. I guess I'm using T-Doll cores. Alright, cool. Well, I don't have a use for having a second fucking... I love when games make you use a valuable resource. But I also got a ton of dummy cores that I just got from something. That's fine, I'll also upgrade Sten. I'll also use another fucking, I need my ARs to do damage. That's the thing, I don't have any ARs in this team, holy hell. This is gonna need to be my murder team, then. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just do that and use those records. You may not have the availability to be able to do that. I don't know where I honestly got those records from. But, yeah, that is something I'm definitely going to do right there, because we do not have the ability to just go willy-nilly with this shit. I'm also going to turn Sten into my main tank. The time has come. The time is now! I have the T-Doll cores to do the things I need to do, and luckily our 3-star is the only one that we have a duplicate for, which is the most expensive. So these are cost 1 T-Doll core for 2 stars. They are cost 1 T-Doll core for level 10 and level 30 increases. At level 70, they will cost 2, and at level 90, they will cost 3. Now, 3-star T-Dolls will increase that cost by 3 times, respectively. So 3, 3, 6, and 9. You have the 4 stars, that'll cost 9 for every upgrade that you do. So 9, 9, 18, and 27. And then you have your 5 stars, which are fucking 15 T-Doll cores. Every one of those upgrades. 15, 15, 30, and 45 for a total of, I believe, 105 T-Doll cores. To get a level 5, to get a 5-star from level 1 to level 95X. And this is why I tell you guys to keep your fucking duplicates of your 5 stars. It is very expensive. You can break them down if you absolutely have to make space, but breaking them down gives you 1/3 of the T-Doll cores you would get from getting duplicates of them. So bear that one in mind. You only get 1 T-Doll core for breaking down a 3-star, but you get 3 T-Doll cores effectively if you use them to break down into your dummy links. I like all the resources that I am getting here from all of these missions. Unfortunately, I have like none of these career quests that I need anymore because I've cleared so many of them in my main game, but that's no matter. I also have a 3rd echelon in the background that is running my logistics now. So, that's always fun. We got my 2X in the front. You are a very good combat effectiveness. This is probably going to be my boss killer. I'm going to be honest with you guys. So now I can move Spectre M4 to the front line. Because she's more of a DPS unit, because I believe she has a regular hand grenade. If not, then it's, yeah, stun grenades. Stun grenades are good, but stun grenades will not affect bosses, so they're not as good as they could be. So just letting you guys know that one for the future as well. Stun grenades are not super duper good. They can help you. They can save your life in a pinch. They can, but stun grenade is not the best skill for an SMG by far, just because there are a lot of enemies later on in the game that will start to resist your stuns, and that's not good for your health. When a boss or when an enemy type is completely resistant to the one ability that you are kind of relying on a unit, it doesn't really do you any favors now, does it? So, that being said, let's get on this. I think I'm just going to move forward and then summon another echelon when I move up to either this echelon, and this heliport or that heliport. I do not know. One of those two. So look how much more tanky Sten is compared to before. I'm even going to pull my MP40 once she throws her grenade. Her evasion also was kicking in like crazy, but I think she did take damage. Very little bit. 3 damage out of 204 means a lot more than 3 damage out of a 95 or so health pool. So, yeah. But then again, she's a 102 health T-Doll right now. That's just for every dummy. So she would have 510 health right now if she were at 5x. So, yeah, it makes a big difference when you get the dummy links on them. It really makes a big fucking difference. I'm going to move this echelon up here into murder things. That's what I think. And then I'll summon my other echelon here. Also, do remember, guys, that you do have guest echelons that you can summon if you really don't have any more echelons to use in most stages. Not all, but most. A lot of event stages I don't think allow you to do that feature. But, for example, we go to the heliport, summon an echelon. You can go to support echelon down here. This is where all of your friends' echelons are. This is my fucking fuck everything up echelon that I'll probably be utilizing for some content later on down the line. But see, this right here, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is an extremely meta team. Their off-tank is gotta be fucking this Scorpion, but their main tank is UMP-45, which is an extremely efficient 4-star main tank that's highly meta, using M4A1 in the middle, AR-15, and SOP-2. These are all story T-Dolls. They will carry you through a majority of content, if not all. But this Griffin one up here, this is the team that they will have you automatically assigned to if you get a bot team. But that's where your friend teams are also in, support echelons. But if they murder anything, it doesn't actually count towards your ranking. You have to do it with your own echelons. So that's why we're going to summon my own echelon right here. And this is going to be our boss killer going down here. Oh, hell yeah, there we go. Give them some fuck. I didn't upgrade Galil, did I? Is Galil not level 10? I might have also just not made her level 10. No, she's level 10. I just didn't put the fucking dummy link on her then. So, alright, cool. You, Scarecrow, are still sitting on the thing. Yeah, that is a G17, not an 18. Alright. So Scarecrow's still chilling out on her command post, which is fine. She's still sitting upon her throne. I will tear her off of that throne if it is the last thing that I do. And we have to eliminate 6 targets. So we have already wiped 2. There's going to be a lot more to murder. And one of those has to be the boss, so we're definitely going to get this one done. And we have 5 turns to do it, so I think we'll be good. I do want that heliport, though. So I have to go one move at a time. If you're in a long linear path that's surrounded by a lot of, even if it's not linear, if it's just surrounded by a lot of red nodes, you're not going to capture the nodes if you're deep in enemy territory. So you have to go like one node at a time if you want to capture that and slowly turn it blue. So bear that one in mind. So I'm going to go 1, just so that I can do the slow creep method. And I think we're going to capture that heliport by encirclement, now that I think about it. That would probably make a lot more sense. So if I just go right here and capture that, we should get it by encirclement next round. And we will have a helipad by the next round, and we'll be able to move more. Also, I never thought about it, but I think one bonus that you get from dummy links as well is if you noticed, one of the Sten dummies was throwing a grenade while the other one was shooting. They still shoot. I don't think that they did that when there was just the one, which makes sense because she's still throwing the grenade out. But I think it just affects your damage by one of the dummy links throwing a grenade during the time that animation's going off, so... Just a little small attention to detail there. Yeah, Scarecrow, you better get back on your fucking throne. I almost want to wipe the map just for the extra XP, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to do that. And that'll be our 6th wipe. And we still have to kill Scarecrow, so I can actually just go right for the end. I can just gun it right for the CP. But I'm not going to because I want the XP, like I said. There's really no reason not to. And I have plenty of resources to repair T-Dolls, so it really doesn't matter that much. But dear God, do I need some assault rifles on the first echelon, dude. Holy fuck. So I think I'm going to run 1911, and I'm going to run 1895 on 2 different teams, and then I'm going to bench the Luger for now. And then they're both going to be the center of both of my AR echelons. Also, pay attention to your fucking ammunition when you're doing runs like this, when you're deep in enemy territory. Dear God, pay attention to that. I cannot tell you guys how many times that I have run into territories and realized that I have no resources on my dolls and I have to actually withdraw them from the fight in the middle of a battle. Like a dumbass, and then resummon them on a helipad and just waste more resources doing so. Pay attention to that. It is so fucking easy to not count the 5 fights that you're issued to a team. Ah, scared of you, MP40. She did a lot more damage, but it's probably because of the flame grenade. The incendiary, rather. Looks like I am getting bugged by my buddy Ricky, which is fine. I'm definitely going to be wrapping up. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. And then we have the fucking damage boost on top of it with Jesus. Watch M14 just jump every time she shoots. Yup. She went to like 8% and then to 15% on the second shot. And that's how you tear down a Scarecrow from her throne, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, you might not have have availability to use those combat reports that I wound up getting, because I really don't know where I got them from, but if you do what I did, just try to get your main tanks, or at least a main tank that's a 2x for both for the first boss that you wind up doing, and you should be fine. And make sure that you're attacking her with whatever team has your ARs in it. Don't do it with the handgun team. You can probably do it, but I guarantee you that you'll have much better results if you do it with the ARs attacking her rather than the handguns. They perform significantly better than handguns. They always will. And I'm going to be running these all afterwards. I'm going to go off camera and get silver on all the normal runs right here. We've unlocked Emergency 1, which has M9, Astra, and Spectre M4. There is still story behind emergency stages, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So, bear that in mind. I just want to also see what stage this one... Oh, this is easy. Yeah, that's fine. I can do this one. And this would be a great auto-running stage as well if I wanted to just keep things running while I'm not doing other things. And hopefully I can pull another M9 out of it as well by doing auto-runs. So, that could be pretty neat. But most importantly, we have unlocked Chapter 2 on the normal difficulty. I'm not going to be running this. I would like to, because PP2000 is another doll that we can use. This is another SMG doll. So we have 2 SMGs right here, and we have 2 ARs. It's going to be a while before you start seeing 3-star ARs drop from things, but, you know, Galil is Galil. And may I also bring to you guys' attention, yes, if you wanted to run 2 Galils, for example, you absolutely can. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. It is called doll duplication. There are a lot of people who do that with their 5-star units. They will get a second one, they will lock that second T-doll, and they will start working on another one. There are benefits and non-benefits to doing this with 5-star T-Dolls, particularly if you want to deal with costumes and stuff. There's a weird inconsistency with that shit, I think. Unless it applies to every T-Doll that you have. I don't remember, but duplication is absolutely a thing that you can do in this game. So if you really like the Galil, then run 2 Galils. Fuck it, absolutely. I'm probably going to do that, to be honest with you. An L85 and a Galil. And I'm probably going to do that for a while. Because I need more AR T-Dolls to carry these teams. But besides that, I do believe that we are done for now. I'm going to start my repair routines and just gather everything that I have here to show you guys everything that I've picked up. Getting from 1-1 to, oh, an OTS-12 is a 3-star AR, so that is going to be immediately thrown in my upper echelon. I don't have a duplicate of her right now, though. So I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna 2x her, actually. I'm gonna 2x her. And I have another Spectre M4. I could duplicate Spectre. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. Yeah, that's the last thing that we'll do while we're on camera here. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my OTS. I need to fucking find her. Oh, she's already a 2x. Never mind, we're good. I don't need to do shit with her. Good. Even better. So I will slap her in here. She's actually going to be the center of the echelon. So there we go. Now she gets the crit, she gets the evasion. Jesus Christ, what's with all the evasion? 50% evasion, 60% accuracy, 8% crit, 10% rate of fire, and 16% damage. She's going to be a lot of the reasoning why we have any damage whatsoever in this team. But I'm also going to do another dumb thing, to be honest with you. Might do this. And that, because of her tiles being different. So there we go. That actually makes everything a little bit better. Alright, cool. The reason being is because I want her tiles to apply to both of the MGs. She's a rate of fire boosting AR T-Doll, by the way. Her and FNC are highly recommended 3-star T-Dolls I recommend that you invest in the early game. They will carry a lot of your damage. So, if you're looking for any other T-Dolls that are not story T-Dolls, well, there's a good start for you. But I don't think you're going to get much better than like her tile setup right there, especially for damage boosting ARs or SMGs, if you're trying to do like off tanks to do damage as well. I don't think you're going to get much better than that. But we have some 2 pretty swole teams at the moment, and I'm alright with this. And I think I'm going to move this sniper out and move it into the upper echelon. And we'll take one of those handguns. What are your tiles? Rate of fire and accuracy. I kind of want to do a split thing with these 2. I think I'm going to. This is not recommended. It'll split the damage between the 2, but usually you want somebody in the front because they will take the priority of all of the damage, whoever is in the dead center of the echelon. That would be your 5 position, by the way. It's based off of the numbers on your number pad, somebody told me a while ago, so it's an easy way for you to remember it. And I think that's going to do. I just need to get my Galil to be 2x right here, and then my top team number 1 is going to wind up being pretty fucking strong. I need to get more T-Dolls to burn, though, so that I can upgrade my gals. I need to get a lot more fodder T-Dolls to start upgrading people. Does OTS need any upgrade? No, not really, to be honest with you. Who the fuck, actually? Hold on. I said I wanted to do something with M14. Where did I want to put M14? I wanted to put her in the upper. Are there 2 ARs in my upper? I don't think that there is. Nope. I mean, I really do like... What is... Oh, I'm going to leave it as is. You know what? I'm going to leave him. I'm going to leave him. Not going to worry about my sniper. But we're in a good spot, guys. So that's going to wind up ending this episode. And I will see you guys in the next part of the guide, where we will start moving over to probably Chapter 2. I think I want to clear Chapter 2 before I start tackling emergency quests, but emergency is always a good thing that you can move over to right from there as well. But this is definitely something where at the beginning, until you start getting everybody upgraded with your main tanks in their evasion departments, that you want to just keep something off to the side so that you can just upgrade them and then do something else in the meantime. So that you're not staring at just fucking timers. I was thinking counter and timer. It'll save your sanity, man. It'll save your sanity so fucking much. What I want to see, too, is who's the next T-Doll I unlock? I don't see anything. Main quests, maybe? Stand MK2 when I get Commander level 10. Gotcha. Well, that doesn't matter too much to me at the moment. But, we'll get there. Alright, I will see you guys later. Take it easy.